Yeah, it's always tough when you've got to travel from the other side of the world. You don't get like a lot of time to reset between the days. But you know, both these teams had to do the same thing. So I don't know if you really give an advantage to either side. The fact that we've had some of the players from Party Astronauts in Australia before is pretty cool as well. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a massive issue in this matchup compared to some of the others. And for both these teams, they've been playing so many officials lately. They're actually both in really good form in their respective regions. It's just that disparity in the regions that's the
from result, if they play well, they'll win. If they play bad, they'll lose. I mean, that's a good way to think about it. And I mean, this Aurora team, they're coming off with some hot form, and they don't want to overcomplicate things, right?
Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's the classic, oh, we'll just play our own game. We play good, we play good, we play bad, we play bad. But they're a team that has been playing really good. We talk about the form, and this is a team that's played 55 maps in the last month. They played 24 officials, only lost, I think, 5 of those. So they're on a massive streak at the moment. They just won the Sky Sports LAN over in India against OG. There's some big teams there, NIP and a few others. So they're a team that's in red hot form. They've qualified for a bunch of events, and this is kind of, after that post-RMR shuffle, it just feels like everything is working for them.
Yeah, and I think one of the highlights as well is going to be the addition of Result, right? They've only
just maybe a little bit disgruntled. Someone's taken a drink out of his glass, but Chop looking in decent form as well. Oh, I guess all of Party Astronauts really need to be playing at their ceiling here to push Aurora. Aurora are definitely one of those teams that are relying a lot on form. Of course, we've seen a lot from them recently too. So many reps for this team across so many maps. And we're heading on straight into Overpass for the first round. And, well, Mac, it's best of one. Anything can happen, and maybe anything will happen.
Let's see what we're going to be having from him in the old Pistola. Party Astronauts going to be starting on that T side. And they're going to be kicking things off at B. Real quick, smart, all the way up short. Big split in. Kenzie going to be able to find one for the trades. Rush goes down. Norway looking to play from pit here. But can he find more? Ben Lee gets it done eventually in a 3v1 for Deko to try to clutch.
Yeah, single point of HP for Ben Lee, but now it's all on Deko to see whether or not he can find 3 potentially 1v1 duels and round this out, but you have to say Party Astronauts have done the bulk of the lifting already. They just need to find this frag, close this out. A lot of angles to try and dissect here for Deko.
And that time is quickly ticking down. Looks like he might just be giving up here, keeping the armor for the next, unless he's just going for the different approach. 10 seconds needed for the defuse, and he's running out of that real damn fast. Bentley needs to create some space from that bomb as well, because he's only got 1 HP, and he's gone. Put to the grave, but Party Astronauts coming out with a statement, and a T-sided pistol goes a long way on a map like Overpass.
Certainly does.
It's been a mainstay map, and taking some big names, big scalps on this map in particular, means we are in for a scorcher, and so is Connector here. Bentley looking to just deal with those HEs to the face. And Con's a scary place to be when you're up against an eco.
Yeah, all the party invites have been sent.
Что делать, если у тебя высокий input lag, как у Симпла и у других про-игроков? Заходи на сайт Aerotuning и покупай настройку Windows под максимальный FPS и низкий input lag. Они настраивали компьютер таким про-игрокам, как Деко, Дося, Фандер, Анастейс, Триет, а также команде Инсилио и многим другим. Мы сами пользуемся их услугами и можем сказать, что это стоит того в плане разницы по производительности. Также у них есть премиум настройка, после которой ваша система будет полностью разогнана, учитывая все тонкости вашего железа. Кстати, недавно они на своем сайте выложили бесплатный гайд по разгону DDR4 оперативной памяти на платформе Intel, а скоро они собираются выпустить гайд по настройке Windows. Покупай настройку ПК от Aero и будь наравне с лучшими.
Comes that util, Lackey gonna be able to find one. 60 hitting the ground running, and the 5-7's just tearing through him. UMP gets the job done, and that'll be that. Party Astronauts can't capitalize on the second. The 4x4 Aurora getting him in the game early. And a faster one towards B. Aurora, 3 defenders here, and a molly in the way might slow it down, or at least thin him out as, Lackey just tears him a new one, and this 4-spy has got to nothing.
Certainly not lacking in any department there. They were all fish in a barrel, weren't they, the Party Astronauts?
A potential explorative mission going through Connector. And Deko could just be that man, but at this range, M4 still going to reign supreme.
He doesn't want to get overwhelmed and isolated. Kenzie's already taken a bit of damage for his trouble, but they are going to try and keep this relatively clean. Just keeping them at arm's distance. And that's a nice, clean round for Aurora. Keeps things going. As we said, those weapons that they picked up have been just bolstering their economy continually. They're still keeping... They've found a little bit of space. Smoke is just going to try and grab some attention from Aurora, but they've got a pretty decent setup in mid. They've still got their B anchor players in place. Is that pop flash? That monster pop is coming. That Molotov's starting to whittle away as Chop's found an entry as well. So Party Astronauts, they're going to slide on into this site. But trades, they're not there, and Aurora, they've fallen one after the other.
Well, Deko, still a winnable round, plenty of time. No kit there, but there's certainly one on the ground, and with 60 gone, it makes things even more difficult. Wolfie, one on the board for himself. Can he double that number? Oh, he certainly can. Striking true on the head of Deko. And we'll see Party Astronauts move on to 2.
Big confidence play too coming out of Wolfie.
Again, Deko going for the big green this time. And Aurora hungry for this short control. Results locked onto him straight through the short pipe. And Chop was not allowed to play this round.
Yeah, you've been played out of existence.
I thought there might have been a chance there. Timing's crazy. Lackey was just dropping that flash across, but Ben got off the line. Re-smoke on Monster at the 48-second mark, but Ben's going to be going through. Nice quick flashes and quick trades. Lovely openings. And the B-site defense has been torn to shreds. In the meanwhile, though, Norway going to be able to find himself that short control. And Deko swiftly making his way in from Maze is figuring this one out quick, smart. Shots like that could keep a minute and 60. 40 HP, 20 seconds. Bomb on the belt is going to be able to make a day.
Yeah, he's hightailing it. He's got to get on in and find that post-plant position as well. So he's got a few decisions to make right now. So this is going to alert Norway now. We'll pick up that kit.
Time ticking. And he's going loud as well. 60 going to have almost every single advantage. Holding the line. Bomb going to be over towards the truck position. And he hears that drop off as well. Spots the shadow. Oh, and goes a little bit too aggressive there. Real hungry to win that one. And experience the difference, I think. Norway going to be able to pick up a 4th in the 1v1.
Aurora don't have any information to work with either. This is going to be a total surprise.
PA have gone the path of least resistance, and how's this timing? Norway strikes first, strikes hard. And won't be able to pick up the 3rd, but gets every bit of info he needs. Bomb spotted, and a slow but sure flank going to come through here. Yeah, unless Rush can deal with it.
And he can deal with the next as well. He's going to be a real problem here. Kenzie's got Rush on his mind.
Ooh, spotted. They're going to try to swing this one together. Rush gets doinked and finishes the job too. And now in the 3v2, Rush, who's quite low, just a wrap around alongside. Smoke going to be going down and Spam coming through. Deko not going to be able to cover for him. And with that time ticked away a little too far, Deko now has to try to get to long to survive, which he might. Yeah. Rush has to go as well.
Yeah, it's a long run, but bomb radius isn't quite there. It does get him in the end, actually, Rush. So no orb saved for Aurora. And Party Astronauts just trying to work their way across this map. They've got far more territory than they've had to work with before, but they've run into the scope of Deko once again. And the smoke just halts progression for now. So Aurora, they're going to try and make this force by work.
Oh, this stack is looking damn good, and MP9 at that range is going to tear straight through him, same as a 5-7. And the trade still favouring Aurora at the end. Bomb going to be down on the ground. Deko finishes it off with the secondary, the USP, and Wolfie in a 1v3. Needs to try to retrieve the objective, figure out where these CTs are, and there's 3 alive at the end of that for Aurora. That is criminal. PA gets schooled on.
They've been pulled into the open.
Not the easiest side to play on Overpass, and Wolfie is picking up that pace, getting the first line. Molly going down. Kenzie will get away with his life, but the same cannot be said for Rush, who is burnt to a crisp. And in the meanwhile, Deko going to be able to crack one off onto 60. and won't be able to hold it down, but an AK upgrade now, and potentially the A site for Party Astronauts.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really got too much anywhere else on the map. They're going to put Wolfie on point. No angle for him to isolate just yet, but the chop trade is good.
2v2. Make it a 1v2. Make it a none v2 as Result just tears right through him. Didn't wait. Didn't have to for Lackey coming up con there. It was all him from the front side just pushing out, getting the job done.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's see how it goes for him here. Smoke gets blown, but not enough for Lackey to see to the back of Monster there. PA tagged up there eventually. It's an awkward one, but Result finally finished that one off. Dink's going everywhere, but still no finishing for any of the individuals onto Aurora. Result gets the job done in the end. Him and Norway teaming up to pick him off like it's nothing. 7 has now been secured for Aurora.
Yeah, investment coming through now from Party Astronauts, so
Rotating those smokes on Monster. Buying so much time. Push in. It's dry, and it's damn good for Aurora. Getting that pick and getting a bit of info on where these teams should be. Result tears through him and Lackey again. Domination through Monster until Ben Lee tried to find an answer. Unfortunately for him, there was more.
these reads. The CT side is looking quite prolific at the moment. Lack, it could be a repeat of last round. He's picked up 3. He will eventually be traded, but from the grave, he finds Ben. And that is going to be things rounded out for Aurora. 9-3, a strong first half from them. Taken without being spotted.
Well, looks like what we're seeing here is a potential peak up short. Norway with the util, smoking a flash for the one-pronged approach. And in the meanwhile, they were showing presence towards Fountain, trying to figure out what Party Astronauts were doing. Well. Safe position from Chop, just going for the jump peak there. And in the meanwhile, aggression found in Con, which could open the flank, could open that short control here for Party Astronauts. Bit of action. Lackey going to be able to find both of them coming out of Con. That's ridiculousness, and it's all down to the sneaky maneuvers coming through from Chop here. He's in behind enemy lines, but he needs to find more than one to make this one work. Smoke, it's cover, it's good, and he's just going to poke his head back the other way. But now it's up to Rush, the major winner in the 1v2, to show what he can do. Both these Aurora members happy to fight together. They know they've got time.
Yeah, they're trying to isolate him, double peek him, make it difficult. He's looking to try and take a 1v1. They're not going to give it to him at the moment.
Jiggling. Spots the right way swing, but still trying to find that second man. Oh, swing on the contact. T's looking to play this together, swinging, peeking, being a damn nuisance, and it's 10 on the board. Party Astronauts. It looked good until it didn't.
Yeah, Chop playing around that smoke too was their real glimmering light, but yeah, a lot of click, click, not a lot of bang, bang though.
You can say that again, but 60 looking to change that here, get very aggro, and looking to dominate some more control. Ben slowly but surely making his way up long. We could get a bang in just a moment. Oh, gets spotted there on the jump peak, back the wrong direction. Him and Bentley going to be able to dominate that, but also get the bomb put down in a very awkward position for Aurora to try and retrieve. Norway, no way. You can't do that. Jumping around with a Mach 10, and he's going to be looking for more as well. The movement speed, the spray, the spam, it's everything that Aurora need, and they get the objective back on their belts.
What do you call that play? Fry an egg on a slippery dip?
Generally what I would do in a pub.
Absolutely.
Oh, Molly. Gets that job done. And Rush only finds one. Lackey against Chop.
1v1, full map to play with.
And so much time on the clock. I hope the crowd mic's good right now. Smoke from both sides. Chop no kit. And if there was any kits, they're a long way away from him. So he's got to make a retake happen quickly. And there is a severe difference in the amount of kills both these individuals have.
Yeah, he's only got one smoke to work with. You could say it's not much Chop, but we'll see. Perfect.
Smoking in. And an open plant too. Chop. He's off it. He's looking for the pick. And without a stick, there is no shot at the round. That is 12 for Aurora. Lucky. Ooh, gets another on the exit. Chop not allowed to save. And you're looking at the money for Party Astronauts. They're going to have nada to try and survive here on Overpass. We had a 15-round game in the first, and we're about to have a 16-round game unless something miraculous happens.
Yeah, the quota's been reached. See whether or not Party Astronauts have got any party left in them. At the moment, though, it's certainly not looking that way.
The crowd mic's good. I don't know if that's going through because we can't really hear it.
See, this crowd sorts themselves out.
Short control taken from Aurora, and Rush, the man that needs to put the team on his back right now, might have a timing, but the timing was no good for him, and Result grinds him up. Wolfie too, he's gone. And there's been big damage on two of these members, but a 2v5, after how this game has gone, I am not backing in Party Astronauts this time.
Yeah, they tried to make it work. They tried to make those trades feasible. But unfortunately for Party Astronauts, it was their spacing that actually wasn't too good. 2v5 though, trying to hold this site. It's going to be a little bit desperate. Yet to spot one. Sexy's in place.
Ooh, finds one. Ain't no way. Famises.
Okay.
MP9s and Bentley against the world right now, but Aurora, can they do it? Can they trade it? They're hesitant to make this one happen. That time is ticking down, but Result gets another, and it's going to be 4 big ones for him. 13-3, PA going to be going to that lower bracket, and Aurora win their first best of one and set themselves up for later today.
Yeah, they're certainly looking like the dominant team that they've been set up to be. And I think it's safe to say that Party Astronauts were a little lackluster in some of those trades, but it's safe to say that Aurora are just looking very, very polished across the board. It's no surprise to see why their streak of form is continuing.
I just found out the difference maker, by the way. We have 3 out of 5 anime profile pictures for Aurora. Maybe that's the secret, but either way, maybe. Showmanship coming through here, sportsmanship as well. Everyone fist bumping everyone, and unfortunately a slow start for Party Astronauts. I was feeling like it was going to be a little bit better, but let's see what the desk has to say about this.